Good morning. I don't know why I feel like creating a vlog today. I feel like it's just the vibe, and I feel like just talking to someone as well, but we are doing a few things today. So A, I am having my coffee with my collagen, and I'll talk a little bit about this and why I do this. B, I got some new rings, which I'm so excited about. I got this guy and this crystal is from Mexico, and then I got this one. I don't know what this crystal is, but I'm just so attracted to green, blue, and purple, like the cool colors. And I feel like it's because I have green eyes, and ever since I was younger, my dad was like, you need to stick to the blues, the greens. They pop your eyes, they make your eyes pop. That is your color. So I think I have that engraved in my head. I got a Whoop since we last spoke, and I want to talk about my Whoop stats and everything. And also we are doing a meal prep today. So I have ground beef and chicken taken out. I also have short ribs in the fridge that I am going to learn how to make today for today's dinner. But the ground beef and the chicken we are prepping for the week. Oh my god, I almost forgot I have to put my watch on. Okay, so while I make my coffee, I'll talk to you about what I did yesterday. I went to watch Lilo Stitch. It was so good. So I got these little mugs from Nespresso, and I talked about these last time they were on sale. I've been using them for both hot and iced lattes and coffees. I don't know what I'm feeling. I might be feeling a hot coffee just because I ate so much yesterday, and like I feel like when I eat a lot, I don't crave a latte the next day, like with the milk and the honey. And I just want that like coffee black. Whereas if I like didn't overeat the night before, or I didn't eat too close to my bedtime, then I'm okay to have a latte. But it's very random. I only put 1 scoop, even though 1 scoop is only 5 grams, and usually with collagen, from what I remember when I used to use collagen, it's like 10 grams. So you could do 2 scoops. I just do 1 scoop because I don't want to taste too much in my coffee, and I have like 2 coffees a day usually, so I'll just put it in my next coffee and get my 10 grams. I'm happy with 5 grams. That's usually what I have. Okay, let me show you my newest Nespresso obsession. Okay guys, this is an organic coffee, and this is the Reviving Origins Organic Kahawa Yakonga. It tastes so good. It tastes smoky. I loved Lilo and Stitch, and as a female growing up, when I was watching it, I was always like, oh, I want to be like Lilo, and then later on I was like, oh, I want to be like Nani, she's so pretty. Like I was focused on that kind of stuff, and like I want to dress like Nani. I want to go out into nature like Lilo. I want to be at the beach forever like Lilo and Nani. And watching the movie, I was like so like curious how they're going to recreate the characters, and I'm just so happy, so happy that they like put characters, and I guess like the cartoon made it that way, that look like that. And I know that they're Hawaiian, so obviously they're going to have to look Hawaiian. But it's just like whenever you watch a main character, it's always like, it's usually like a white girl with like blonde hair or like straight hair. You know, we never get the curls, and like Nani had her hair in a bun with like her little, like, you know, these things. Mine are straight, but they kind of like curl a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, this is like, she had like little curls and I thought they were the cutest things ever. It made me want curls. So I just like that little shift, you know, in that direction, like beautifying curly hair, also dark hair, and dressing like this, dressing like me, like baggy t-shirts with shorts, and just like being like all like cozy and comfy and baggy. Like it's not usually like that with main characters. So I was like, I just felt like it related a little bit. So anyway, now I want to live on the beach, on the ocean. I've always wanted to live on the ocean. What am I saying? Okay, I'm gonna take you somewhere so I'm not holding all this. Okay, hold on. I completely forgot to talk to you about collagen. Okay, so this is the collagen that I use. I'm using Within Us True Marine Collagen. I absolutely love it, and the reason why I chose it is because it's a premium select, and I used to work at a natural supplement store, and I was kind of like the nutritionist working in the vitamins and supplements section. And so I had a lot of information about really all the supplements. Like I had to know all the most of the supplements. There was so many, and we would get like little lectures about each type of supplement, why, benefits, differences, whatever, from like their brand. And okay, so this one is exclusively from the scales of wild caught fish, which is very, very important. And it's also premium select grade. There's so much on their site that they talk about, but basically very, very clean product, which is super important for me. Okay, and I'll just read you like this part. Within Us True Marine Collagen offers a high concentration of specific amino acids which have scientifically proven benefits and help with the formation of collagen within the body. Okay, we know that, but there's so much on the site, and I like the collagen that's from fish. There's different types and there's different places that you can get collagen. I prefer the fish because I already get collagen from beef elsewhere, from other places. So, and I'll just show you the other places. Kettle and Fire, and I usually get the beef one. Today or yesterday when I went grocery shopping, I got the chicken one. If you're doing if you're doing bone broth contains collagen as well as so many other nutrients. So I'm already getting collagen from bone broth. I have one in my fridge as well. And then I'm getting the different type of collagen from fish, from my coffee. Yeah, so ever since using collagen, I started off with Genuine Health collagen, and then I upgraded to Within Us. It is a pricier point, but the Genuine Health I loved so much, and I found so many benefits to my skin. I just like happened to move like to another brand, and I just wanted to try it because I heard amazing things about it, and I know amazing things about it. But both are amazing. Usually like not any collagen, like make sure that it's from a clean source. But I'll tell you what I've noticed. I've noticed my skin is more plump and it's more glowing. But yeah, my skin has usually always been plump because I have so much, I don't know, fat or something in my cheeks. But yeah, so I have noticed a difference in my my skin as well as my nails. My nails, these are my real nails. Sometimes I get fake nails, like if it's like a special occasion and I'm really feeling it. But honestly, my nails are pretty long. I usually cut them. I like the look of short nails, but I don't know why this time when I went to the nail salon, I was like, they look pretty long. So these are my natural nails, which is why they're not all the same size, because when I went there, like for example, this one is so much shorter than all the rest. This one is so much shorter than all the rest because when I went there, it was like broke, and they're like, do you want to put a tip on this? And I'm like, no. Like I've tried that where everything is real and I only have like a tip on like whatever broke, and I just don't want it. Like I don't want the fake nails. I want just my natural nails, and I want to see, like, I want to just keep them. I feel like, well, I know like the fake nails just like break them. This is just shellac nail polish. Even the shellac, I get so iffy about them putting it on because they go in and like grind the nail itself, and I'm like, what are you doing to my real nail? Just leave it alone and just put the nail polish on top. Like, you don't need to take things off, but I guess they do. Okay, so I just made breakfast. It's really plain and simple today. I just cooked 4 eggs in butter. So the eggs are pasture raised and the butter is grass fed, and that's all I'm having right now because I just feel like eggs. Okay, so great time to be filming because got a kitten. Yeah, very impulsive decision. Not really. I've been thinking about getting a kitten for years, but I'm so glad I started vlogging today because I need to show you. Okay, he loves it in here. I guess maybe it smells like the family that he was born into. I don't like buying animals. I think that's like kind of cruel. And I really wanted to adopt, but I wanted to adopt a kitten. Like, I wanted to raise the kitten. And the youngest cat for adoption was a year old and like already had kids and all of that. But then I found this little guy who was born on accident, and they obviously like couldn't keep all the cats that were born. Like, it was just like an accidental birth kind of thing. They're not breeders or anything. Okay, so names for this cat, I have no idea. I originally wanted chicken or strawberry, but I'm not too sure about that anymore. And now I'm thinking like Cassian, and Jade really likes Cassian as well, from Akatar. I don't think Resand would work or anything like that. I really hope he's not peeing in my stuff. What the hell? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, so I am just so excited over this new kitten, and I really need to name this kitten without like, so that I can stop saying kitten. But I realized that I still have the meal prepping to do, so I'm gonna do that even though I'm super distracted. I don't know if he's litter box trained. Like, I know that they said that they use a litter for the kittens. 80% sure that he's already litter box trained, which is pretty awesome. There he is. He's super scared, and so now I'm just sitting in the bathroom with him so that he can go to the bathroom. But he decided to eat because I put his bowls there too, and he drank water and now he's eating. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. he likes to eat. Okay, so I am gonna get started on the meal prep. It is pretty late, it's 5:30, but it's okay. It's just gonna have to go on for a little bit longer. Oh, my battery is like telling me that it's gonna die. Okay, well, I'm gonna take the chicken breast and I'm gonna put it in the crock pot, and basically I'm going to make a burrito burrito bowls, chicken burrito bowls. I'm gonna get that started. So I just put the chicken in there. It is on high, and I'm gonna season that. Some olive oil all over. And some fajita seasoning. Okay, so I've been cooking this entire time. It is now almost 8 p.m. and I don't know why I started. I think I said it in the video, maybe 5:30. I can't remember, but it's been, yeah, 2 hours now and I'm still at it. I finished making all of the burritos, the breakfast burritos, and I actually instead just filmed those on my phone so that I can put it on Instagram. And then I also made the sweet potato beef avocado pineapple bowl. Those are right here. I have 3, each one is 1/3 of a pound of beef. I am going to cut up some cabbage, put it in its own Tupperware so that I can make like a coleslaw kind of salad and put it on top of all those meals. In case you wanted an update on little Kitty, this is what Kitten has been up to this entire time. He's just been sleeping in over here. He did wake up and come to me like while I was cooking. It was the cutest thing ever. He wanted me to hold him. I think he's very clingy, but I think that's like a personality trait of like an orange cat. I asked ChatGPT because I like chicken, strawberry, what else did I give ChatGPT? Chicken and strawberry and Aries, because he was born April 1st and he's an Aries and he's like a fiery color, and Aries is a fire sign, so it just matches so well. And then ChatGPT also suggested maple, which I really like. And then he was making biscuits and I was like, are you making biscuits? And then I was like, oh, biscuit. So like, I think biscuit, like he looks like a biscuit as well. So I don't know. He looks like a biscuit, he looks like a maple, he can look like an Aries.
Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
This is the best coleslaw I've ever made. Just wow. Turn off my my jazz music in the background so I don't get copyrighted, but I'm just trying to do work and edit this YouTube video, and little guy is just, he's been sleeping for like this whole entire day. He literally put himself like that. I didn't wrap the blanket around him or anything. Just got my peppermint tea iced from Deville, And we are back, and I thought this would be a good time to talk to you about my Whoop and my new Whoop. It's so cute, and my Whoop stats. Okay, so let's get into it, and I'm also going to put my Whoop stats up on the screen over here. Okay, so I've been loving my Whoop, and a lot of you have been asking what the difference is between the Whoop and the Apple Watch. And honestly, for me personally, there's a huge difference. I know people are like, oh, well, it does the same thing. Yeah, but I'm technically not going to sleep with a big, bulky watch. Like, I really like need my comfort. And even with the Whoop, sometimes like I'm waking up and I'm like, oh, maybe this is a little bulgy too, but not as bulgy as this guy. And so sometimes I don't feel it. There are some nights where I'm like extra sensitive and I am feeling it. I just don't like to have something there that's this big. So A is like the physical of it. B, it does not have a screen. Okay, so there is no screen on here, which to me, it's like less distracting. It's cute. The aesthetic of it is just really, really pretty. And then obviously there's the stats, which I think you guys, that's what you guys are talking about. That's what you guys care about. So no, it doesn't do the same as what an Apple Watch does. I mean, I haven't really tracked my sleep through an Apple Watch, but this is more so like the fitness aspect of it is what I'm using my Apple Watch for. However, this is so dedicated to your sleep and your recovery that it's just like it goes into so much more detail. So think of it as kind of like an Aura ring. Oh my god, I've been screen recording this whole time. Think of it as an Aura ring, but just in, I don't know what an Aura ring does, but like it's like a wrist instead of a ring. Okay, so we're looking at this, we're looking at the screen, and first thing I see is sleep. Sleep is 86%, recovery is 94%, and strain is 4.4. I haven't done any exercise today. And then it talks to you about your HRV. So if I click on sleep, it tells me like the hours I slept versus the hours I need, my sleep consistency, my sleep efficiency, and high stress sleep, which I had 0 of, yay. Sometimes when I have nightmares, I will realize that my high stress sleep is up. That's only happened once. And then it goes into like your stats, so it tells you like how much you were awake for, and that's just like, it tells you like when you woke up kind of thing. Your light sleeping, when you were sleeping lightly, when you were in deep sleep, and when you were in REM sleep. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. Your restorative sleep is your deep and your REM. So that's something that I keep in mind when I'm looking at my stats. Sometimes I'll have a lot of light sleep and not much deep in REM. Sometimes I'll have the exact amount for all. Sometimes, like this time, I had more restorative sleep than light sleep. Which honestly I am thankful for. It is day 2 of my time of month, of my period, and so I know that I usually have restorative sleep during my period, because I pass out like something hit me, like a bus hit me or something. So yeah, the only reason my sleep score is a little bit lower, it's at 86 when it's usually above 90, is because I wasn't consistent with my sleep time. My usual is, where is my usual? I slept at 10:31, and I don't know what my usual is. I feel like maybe it's earlier, maybe it's higher, I don't know. I forget, but my sleep isn't like consistent with the timing, and that's just because it was the weekend. It's Friday, it's Saturday today. And I didn't have an alarm to wake up or anything. So I woke up on my own time, which was at 8:07 a.m. And it gives you like your menstrual cycle stuff. So I just plug that in. my heart rate variability. Okay, let's talk about this. So heart rate variability has been so low in comparison to other people, but you're not supposed to compare it to other people. That's the thing about heart rate variability, but I feel like it's just like low. It has gone up, which is nice. It tells me over here it's up to 39, which means that I have done a good job recovering. My steps have been down. My average is 10K a day. Some days I will go higher, like Friday I had 17K, then 9K, 16K, 6K, 8K, etc. And I've noticed that because this is on my arm 24/7 versus my Apple Watch, my steps on my Apple Watch are far less than my steps on my Whoop, which makes sense because I'm wearing this 24/7 versus this I wear it on in the morning when I remember to put it on. So it could be just getting out of the door and I'll put it on, or maybe it's whatever, but I notice like I'm up cleaning. I usually clean in the morning and just tidy everything up, and that takes a lot of steps, and I'm not wearing my watch, so, and then my Whoop catches that, so it definitely makes sense. I also take it off in the evening as opposed to in the night. Usually that's what happens, and so then I don't get my nights tracked, but Whoop gets it tracked, which is pretty cool. So yeah. It also tells you like your V02 Max. So mine is at 37, it says, which is above average apparently, whereas my Apple Watch says I'm below average. So I don't know what is accurate. I feel like my cardio is really bad, so I don't know if I should believe that it's above average. But it's at 37 here, whereas on my Apple Watch I think it's at like 29, which is extremely different. And what else do I look at? Honestly, that's pretty much all I look at, other than like period, which I didn't like really fill you in, but it just tells you like it tells you your sleep efficiency, your strain tolerance, your stress tolerant, skin temperature, etc., all of that. And it also tells you what kinds of exercises to be doing that more are fitting for your time of month. So it's kind of like cycle syncing in a way. It helps you out with that stuff. Anyway, overall, I think it's super cool. If I press on 94% recovery, it's telling me like my heart, it's based off of my heart rate variability, my resting heart rate, my respiratory rate, my sleep performance. So all of that takes into account for my recovery. My recovery has been usually high. It's also been over 14 days that I've been wearing this, so it's getting more accurate as time goes. And then strain is just like how much strain you put on your body, and then obviously that takes into consideration with your recovery rates. So that's it. I feel like I've been talking for so long. This is the little setup for Aries. Also, his name is Aries, but it's spelled A-E-R-I-E-S instead of A-R-I-E-S. Yeah. But you know, I also call him Maple, Monkey, Chicken, Aries, Baby, everything. Poor little guy just got his first vaccination today. How are you feeling, Aries? He was crying. His litter box is in this washer, and I just got the essential oil diffuser and the candle going, and I just put his litter box here with like a little mat. That way it's just cleaner. I don't want the living room, like I hate when there's a litter box in the living room and the living room just smells like litter. It just, I feel like belongs in the bathroom. I was thinking about putting it near the window in the living room, and maybe like that could work because it's kind of far off a little bit. He's wondering what I'm doing to his litter. I have his little poopy bags, which I just take, like I just put whatever he did in his litter box straight away in the poopy bags and toss them. And these are cucumber scented, so that you know, there is no smell or anything. I also put a little bit of baking soda in there. But honestly, like one of my biggest fears was the smell of a litter box with having a cat, but this honestly has solved my problem with that. Just having cucumber scented litter, poopy bags. As soon as he goes, straight to the poopy bag and dispose of it. Having a candle and that. So this is a great setup if you're looking for some inspo and are worried about that. I keep looking at my book stack, like my bookcase, and I finally got the Audible for Crescent City because it has been taking me so long to get through it. And it's not because I don't like it, because I'm constantly thinking about it and I'm like, oh my God, I wonder what's gonna happen and blah, blah, blah. Like I keep thinking about it and I love it. And I love Sarah J. Maas, like ACOTAR changed my life. And this is just great, but I have a hard time being present and in the moment, and I spoke about this in my Tofino vlog. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out because I go on an entire rant about this. But I feel like it's so hard for me to be like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and read. I feel like it's easier to watch TV or scroll or do something that's like stupid and mindless than it is to commit to reading, because if I'm committing to reading, I'm like, oh, but I should be doing work. Like I should be being productive, doing my art, doing my work, editing a video. And like that's such like wrong thinking. And I just want to be able to just sit down and be calm and be okay with myself reading. Be okay with just reading. And yeah, so that is my dilemma right now. If you have any suggestions on that or you've been relating, let me know in the comments, because I feel like I just need to fix this problem ASAP because I love reading and I want to get back into it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna try and read right now. Okay, so I'm noticing that after he eats, he goes into this part of the bookshelf, and this is where he cleans himself. So I'm noticing that he likes to clean himself in his own little environment. He probably doesn't want me recording him, but he's so cute. Like, look at him. He's so little. He's cleaning himself because I think he thinks that he's just like killed a deer and he's like, you know, licking off the blood and stuff like that. But, you know, he's just a little kitty. Look at those little paws. Okay, I just thought I'd show you what I'm making for my Creami, or how I'm making it. So I just put some whole milk and I just filled it up to here. Next, I'm gonna put protein powder. So much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions about the Whoop or anything that you're curious about, let me know. I don't know too much about it, but I am slowly learning. So yeah, and I'm also happy to give you a code that can get you a free month. That is actually how I'm doing it right now. I'm still on my free month. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm honestly really enjoying it so much. Well, that's it for me. Please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.